This one is Dreams 042005. Although his motorcycle had a flat tire at this point, John and I were out on a motorcycle, and for some reason he had to leave me with the motorcycle on the highway while he did something somewhere quickly. While I waited for him, I tried to remember which exit we were supposed to take, and I started the motorcycle, even though I don't know how to drive a motorcycle. And I sort of coasted toward the exit and then left it on the small shoulder over the side of the road. I apparently managed to stop the motorcycle and hoist it up without tipping it over, because the next thing I know, I was laying on the motorcycle, asleep, waiting for him to come back. And when he found me, I asked him why it took him so long, and he told me that he ran into somebody that he went to grade school with, and they wondered if he was going to go to the middle school or junior high school or whatever, go to the middle school dance. And he didn't know they were having one, so they told him to visit the school. This is when he told me that his middle school building was owned by someone who actually had it as a bar in the evenings. And I thought, that has to be the coolest thing, to have your school be a bar. So we went to his school, which was like a one-room bar, and I didn't know any of these people, but when we got somewhere, he left me again. I don't know what for, I don't know why. But the next thing I knew was that people were wanting to have a knife fight with me. And I was in this place, and there was a few people planning to fight me, and I remember even one of them working on sawing and sanding a table edge. I had no idea what that had to do with the fight. But apparently people were all getting ready so that they could have everything taken care of before this fight. And it continued, and it confused the hell out of me, and I managed to leave without anyone noticing. And so I then went to look for John. I think I managed to get home to see if he was there, but he was laying in bed, and when I got close, I saw him laying there, shirtless, with a knife sticking out of his chest. I freaked out, figured those people wanted to knife fight him too, but he was all right. I called out to him, and he was conscious, just laying there, and he said that he didn't want to pull the knife out because it would cause more damage. And I didn't ask why he didn't go to the hospital, because that's what I would having a strange youth at midnight of a late, probably because my book's on. This one is Dream 090807. My husband this morning said he had a dream last night, and I said, so did I. I dreamt my mom was alive. He didn't think about his dream again. He asked if I talked to her, and I said no. I dreamt that she just walked into the room, and I just walked over and hugged her, and I wouldn't let go. And he said, I know why you had that dream, and I didn't know why, so I asked. And he said, you had it because of your brother. And you see, he's been drinking for so long that he forgets falling down and has injured himself regularly, and this doesn't seem to faze him. And he doesn't talk to family anymore because most of us can't help him anymore. So I periodically get phone calls from my sister to tell me the news about my brother, hear the latest reports on his health. And she called me yesterday. She said that she told a friend about our brother, and her friend said this sounds like what her alcoholic friend was like months before he died. And I haven't been able to think about this that much. My husband even asked me, and I said that I don't know what to think about it because he's a different person from when I was little and he was my big brother. And he asked me what I thought my family would think, and I asked my sister if she told Dad, and she said she did, and that he's angry, but he's also his son. And I think it's funny. It's that if this could be what triggered my dream. It's funny that when faced with dealing with something like this, I only dreamt about hugging my mother and never letting go. On a happier note, this one is Dreams. I like the dates, 092105. I don't know what we were doing, but we were out on a street. I don't know what street it was. You had the back seat of the car pulled out. It was a big car. It wasn't my car. But you were looking for something. I don't know, but I noticed that there were peanuts and junk where the seat was. I don't know, it looked like something was wrong with the car, but I don't know what that had to do with pulling the row of seats out of my car. Anyway, I was standing there, leaning against the car. I think I was wearing shorts. I think it was summer. I think one group of guys drove by looking at me, but I really didn't care, and eventually you said that we could go. I looked in the car and saw the seats back there, and I asked if you got rid of the peanuts that were under the seat. And of course you didn't. So I was thinking about that at that point, and then he put these seats on top of all this food left there. But then I said, hey, wait, stop, because there's a yard sale along the street. There was a ton of stuff crammed into this little Chicago-style yard. So you pulled over for me to get out, and you said that you'd drive to park the car. So I looked at all this crap that they had for sale, and they had a telephone that was styled to look like a really cool old chrome toaster, and it needed to be clean, but you could see the buttons for the phone in the front. And then there was a rest area on the top of the earpiece. But the earpiece was missing, and I was trying to ask about the earpiece, if you could just use another phone earpiece and plug it in on the toaster phone. It's not like you use it as a toaster phone, but I was looking for an excellent cool thing, and it was dirt cheap, like $2. And then while I was waiting for an answer, I saw a phone there that was designed like a big purse. And I was looking at it, thinking that it matched a pair of shoes of mine, like a faux brown eelskin leather. Like I'd buy a phone because it was a purse that looked like my shoes. I think I might have looked up and saw you waiting in the car. Like you like garage sales. You knew better than to join me.